right, guys, it is Friday. Welcome back in here. It's another edition of the Joe Raineri Show, brought to you by our friends at paperhead.com, as well as uwager.lv, not to mention our friends at sportsmemo.com. Sportsmemo.com is where you will find our guest, of course, Dr. Chuck RX, of course, Matt Josephs, Mid-Major Matt, Hunter Engelhard, Teddy Covers. The list goes on, guys. A lot of ways for you to be able to make money this weekend at sportsmemo.com. And we don't want to brag or anything here there, Dr. Chuck, but I'm going to go ahead and throw it up. But we threw out a couple of free baseball plays yesterday that we told you about. So maybe some run line parlays, a couple of teams to mix and match and kind of put it together. So this was one of them at 21-1. And then, of course, this was the other one at 24-1. You notice the Angels at plus 205, the White Sox at plus 171. And then these are exactly the teams that we gave you yesterday here on our free plays, courtesy Dr. Chuck of Sports Memo. So, as usual, we're cashing tickets here. We're pointing people in the right direction, and I think we've got another opportunity here tonight to be able to get this done.
Oh, yes. Hammering at the end of the MLB season is great. Game 160.
Exactly.
Of a ridiculously long season, and we come through in the extra inning, bottom of the inning. The Angels eke out that cool non-run line win, and you come through on the huge parlay number 2 of the day. So
that's it.
Whew.
That's it. Yeah. And we're
heading back out on the MLB diamond, and we
absolutely
can thank mostly the odds makers.
Yes,
they're allowing us. Yeah, it makes no sense to really fret over the Duke Virginia Tech game tonight.
I agree. There is such value on the board here.
Maybe Penn State blows Maryland away. Maybe Maryland.
Yeah, who cares?
Against all teams. I'm not sure.
Trying to sweat 20 with San Jose State. No, thank you very much against Air Force. There is value on the board once again. Major League Baseball here tonight. We've been telling you about this, guys. And we've got a couple of games here that we're lining up, some games that we're actually going to be focusing on. So, Dr. Chuck, we'll start with you, my man. You looked at the Pirates last night. You told us the Pirates last night, all right? Great call. The Pirates taking care of business. What do you like tonight, man? Are you going to go back to the well with the Pirates once again?
Well, so I feel like a broken record. Tuesday, Pirates, take them both ways. Wednesday, Pirates, take them both ways. Yesterday, Pirates, take them both ways. Vegas kind of got up. Cincinnati's not exactly a public team, so I understand we're finally going to lay some juice to get the run line tonight. Mm-hmm. Maybe pepper on the money line if you want to. But they won outright as a $2 dog on Tuesday. They won outright as a $2 dog on Wednesday. Vegas kind of had to catch up because maybe there's someone in one of those back offices that was like, hey, guess what? Joe Madden's team doesn't care anymore. Maybe don't lose so much money tomorrow. And so they reduced the liability on the Pirates. It didn't really matter.
Right.
Now they are at home still. They don't move. The Reds, who, they have bad blood, these two teams do. Obviously, it goes all the way to April. It lasts all season long. David Bell is trying to actually fight Clint Hurdle, screaming at each other. Amir Garrett will take on the entire team by himself if it comes to it. But, the Reds had little to play for anyway. They kind of gave it up to the Brewers to let the Brewers, have a fun weekend to possibly win this division. Now they travel to Pittsburgh. Yesterday was Marty Brennaman's last day. Tear-jerking day. The team stays around. He'd been the commentator and a Hall of Famer for 46 years. Then they get on the road. DeSclafani's on the mound against Brault. The Reds haven't been very good against lefties. The lineup can be up and down. DeSclafani's not the kind of shutdown type pitcher even against a lineup like Pittsburgh. But the thing is, Pittsburgh's been feeling themselves. They did fine against the Cubs all 3 days. It wasn't like they were eking out tight wins.
Yep.
And I can't imagine that the Reds show up in Pittsburgh and win again tonight. I'm taking the run line just because that's what we've been rolling with, and it makes no sense to, take all the money that we've won and risk it on the Reds possibly winning because we got the home team anyway. Plus 1.5. It's like minus 130. You might get even better price than minus 130, but, the gun to my head, the Pirates are winning this game, probably going away and easily covering a run and a half, which, I have a feeling we'll come back tomorrow, and that run and a half is going to be more like a -160, unfortunately.
Love that. All right, so there you go. Pretty simple stuff, guys. Pirates again, run line plus 1.5, I believe, here tonight. They'll be hanging around -120, -125. Not too bad at all for the situation that they are at home.
Not in the business of. I'm not in the business of trying to fix things that didn't break yet. So,
amen, brother. I think there's a little too much of that, and there's a little too much of the discounting what's going on in Major League Baseball in games 159, 160, 61, and 62 here, guys. There is still value on the board, and not only the Pirates tonight, but I'm looking at a game too that jumped right off the page to us. You and I talked about it off air because I think this is another one of those lines that lines makers have they fell in love with it, they overvalued it, and it's a great opportunity to be able to cash one more time here. The Milwaukee Brewers are not only trying to take over the Central Division, guys, they would love to take over the home field advantage too and get a home game for the wild card. So they travel to Colorado, and sure enough, they're going Zach Davies on the mound here tonight for Milwaukee, and the reason that they are 20-4 in the month of September is because of guys like Zach Davies. The starting pitching, has been phenomenal. Now he's going up against Antonio Sensatella there, who had his moments this year. But I will tell you this: the total in this game is 13.5. It's always 13.5 at Coors Field, and it is always overvalued. The Brewers have been hitting well, but they've been hitting well enough to be able to win games. It's the pitching that has catapult them. It's going to be the pitching that wins again. And by the way, the last 11 times these two teams have faced in Colorado, guess what? The under is 10-1. All right, the under is 10-1. So to me, odds makers inflate the totals at Coors Field. They've been doing it all year long because of the altitude. Take the under 13.5 tonight in this game. I think that's a money maker, man. Go under 13.5 and look at the Pirates on the run line, and then a combination of that with, I don't know, would you throw in a Mike Fiers at Oakland here tonight? Maybe something along those lines.
Yeah.
What do you do with the Cardinals, who obviously the Cubs are sending out a minor league team? Maybe throw the Cards in there, but it gives you some leeway there because those two plays are going to be relatively cheap.
Yes, definitely the under. The under kind of screams one of those. Football showed up, and the odds makers look at each other and say, "What about that Colorado game?" And they said, "What about 13.5?" Yeah, and that's all they do.
Yep.
And they don't really care. If you want to know how liable Vegas is on baseball matchups, look at the Colorado games.
Yes.
If they were worried about having a liability, it'd be 12.5 and 11.5 as we continue to hammer the under, and as the under continues to come in, they don't care.
That's correct.
Similar to what I said about the Pirates. If they were worried about the take they were going to lose on the Pirates, they don't have to worry about it. Every game we've mentioned isn't even going to take as much money.
True.
It just doesn't matter. So I would throw in, if we're doing a run line parlay, hard to keep Glasnow and the Rays off there. They're doing everything they can to stun the Athletics. I mean, the A's can't score. They scared the crap out of me with the run line play last night.
Yes.
And 6 of the last 8. And the Rays beat the Dodgers, swept the Yankees, and took 3 of 4 from the Red Sox, who were in spoiler mode at that time.
Yep.
And I kind of worry that this is going to be one of those situations where the Athletics better wake up against the Mariners or fly to Tampa Bay for a game next week, and that'd be a bummer.
I agree. Yeah. There's opportunities on the board here tonight, guys, starting with, of course, with those right there. Don't forget, Kansas City is hosting Minnesota. Minnesota's got absolutely nothing to play for here tonight in Kansas City. Ned Yost is retiring, guys. Opportunities there for you to be able to look at that game go. Maybe Kansas City does a little, finds a little extra motivation tonight. The Yankees are taking on Joe Palumbo, a lefty no less, in Arlington. Paxton's going on a mound as a tune-up. The Yankees would like to get back to winning some games. So these are the types of combinations, guys, that are available to you. Games 159, 60, 61, 62. Yeah. That's what we've been having a field day here. Dr. Chuck, RX, and I.
So when you're looking at the run line parlays, what you want to keep in mind is you need a decent price. So get a decent price. You don't need to overpay for something that's going to ruin your parlay. You want an away team -1.5, a home team +1.5. That's what we're looking at.
That's it.
I don't like, I'm keeping the Cardinals off of there tonight. I'm keeping the Phillies off of there tonight. I think both of those teams are probably going to win Nats too. I think those are the 3 winners of these games. I don't know if I want to be saddled with my parlay needing a 2-run for a home necessarily something that matters as much. And so,
good idea.
The Cardinals and Nats do need their wins, and those I could back that. But when we're looking for these parlays, similar to what you would put up on the screen, a good price on the Rays -1.5, a good price on the Royals +1.5. Those are the type of situations you want to look for.
Great stuff. Sportsmemo.com. That's definitely the place that you want to go here tonight. Dr. Chuck RX, he's got plays up, ready to rock and roll through not only tonight, but, of course, tomorrow and Sunday. Major League Baseball, guys, he will be at it all weekend long here with plays just like this for baseball. So make sure that you are tailing him as well. All right? Don't be scared. Go ahead and follow him at Dr. Chuck RX on Twitter, guys. Sportsmemo.com. The opportunity is there, and you've got your packages. You got your baseball playoff packages, everything available at sportsmemo.com, Dr. Chuck.
Absolutely, and we're still doing the deal, and I have been promising on Twitter each time I put it out that you'll get that purchase price back that very day you buy it, and so I'm trying to push that code CHUCK99 at checkout. You get the rest of the season I'm going to do all the way through World Series.
Okay.
Yeah, there won't be nearly as many plays, but you get all the plays. And last night we went 5-1 with our 6 plays. Anybody that got on board with us yesterday, it's never too late though.
That's
so
it.
Check us out at Sports Memo and check out. Always follow on Twitter, and we always put out some facts and stats and free plays and things like.
No reason not to, guys. There is opportunity on the board, but it starts with getting the right people in your corner. Dr. Chuck RX, sportsmemo.com. Don't forget, Pirates run line tonight, along with, take a look at that under in Colorado and Milwaukee. It's 10 out of the last 11 with these 2 teams there have hit the under. A little bit of overvaluing going on with Coors Field. But, of course, sportsmemo.com. Make sure that you keep it here with us all throughout the weekend. We'll be posting our free plays, everything that we like all weekend long. Dr. Chuck, you rock, my friend. Thank you very much. Good luck here tonight. Let's cash another one of these parlay tickets.
Maybe let's hit 2 more.
Let's hit 2 more. Exactly. You got it. Sportsmemo.com, guys. Get there today.